statement posted on X on Tuesday, the first public relations officer, CSP Ani Iniedo, said the criminal matter, referencing recent public comments by Veridac Man, had been investigated and was already before a court following legal advice from the Directorate of Public Prosecutions. The police stressed that since the case was before a court in competent jurisdiction, its determination rested solely within the judiciary. The force will not try to take this case in the media nor will it allow the outcome to be shaped by public campaigns or commentary seeking to prejudice the officers or parties involved. Statement read. The police, however, disclosed that the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of the force criminal investigation department had invited AIG Jimo for questioning over the allegation raised against him. According to the statement, the Force Criminal Investigation Department in Abuja also issued a formal invitation to Veridac Man on July 30, 2026, requesting that he appear before the investigation to substantiate the allegations he made publicly. The police said the move demonstrated its resolve to investigate all credible allegations of misconduct, irrespective of the rank of the officer involved or the status of the complainant. It added that the disciplinary actions within the force are guided by the Constitution, the Police Act 2020, Police Regulation, Force Orders, and other administrative procedure. While acknowledging Nigerians' constitutional right of freedom of expression and criticism of the public institution, the force warned against the spread of unsubstantiated allegations. The statement noted that freedom of expression did not extend to defamation or attempt to compel disciplinary actions through public pressure. It added that any officer found culpable after investigation would face actions in accordance with the law, while false allegations intended to damage the reputation of officers or the institution could have trust legal consequences. The force urged Veridac Man to honor the invitation extended by the force CID and allow both the administrative review and judicial proceedings to run their course. Forum urges agency to release Lagos Rep candidate's number. The Arori Renaissance Forum has urged the leadership of the African Democratic Congress to release Mr. Olaleko and Jolaya as the party's candidates for the Motion Federal constituency, saying the move would address the alleged marginalization of the indigenous Awori people. The call was contained in the statement issued on Tuesday by the coordinator of the forum, Mr. Morino Ajala. Ajala said the forum was making the appeal following reports that the person who was initially presented as the party candidate had been disqualified over alleged multiple party registration. He argued that replacing him with a non-indigenous would amount to a miscarriage of justice when qualified Awori sons and daughters were available to represent the constituency in the National Assembly. According to him, releasing Anjolaiwa would give the indigenous Awori-speaking people of the Animo Show the opportunity to produce a representative and end what he described as years of political magnetization. The forum alleged that Awori-speaking people had consistently been sidelined in the choice of candidacy for the constituency despite having qualified sons and daughters capable of representing the area. It also described Anjolaiwa as son of the soil, noting that his contributions to community development had earned him the traditional title of Babakeye of Igondolan. The affected member is known to us and he has contributed so much to the development of our land, particularly his native Igondo land. He supported the traditional ruler of Igondo, Oba Lasisi Badamosi, to recently bestow on him the title of Babakeye of Igondo land, the statement said. The group further argued that allowing a non-indigenous to emerge as a constituency representative would amount to double jeopardy for the Awori people. We are even more concerned that the only time we've been represented by one of us is now an incumbent representative, Honorable Ganiyu Adele Ayuba, who has been denied the return ticket by the ruling All Progressive Congress. We don't want our son, Olaleko and Junai, to suffer the same fate. And this is why we're making the clarion call, Angela added. Air Peace begins Conakry Bamako flight operation. Air Peace said it expanded its region network with the commencement of scheduled flight operations on the Lagos Conakry Bamako route. A move with the company said is expected to boost trade, tourism, and economic cooperation between Nigeria, Guinea, and Mali. According to a statement by the airline on Monday, the inaugural flight departed the Murtala Mohammed International Airport Terminal 2, Lagos, on Saturday in continuation of the airline drive to strengthen intra-African connectivity and provide travelers with easier access to destinations across West and Central Africa. The airline said the new route reflects its commitment to bridging African cities while creating seamless travel opportunities for business people, tourists, and families across the continent. The EPI's delegations, led by the airline's Chief Commercial Officer Noel Ngala and Director of Flight Operation Augustine Kwamako, the CP delegation led by the Guinea Minister of Transport Osmani Dalio, Nigerian Ambassador to Guinea, Umaru Kamfu, Director of the Civil Aviation Authority, Time Seku, and the members of the Nigerian community residents in Guinea. Speaking during the reception, Dialon described Air Peace entry into Guinea as a significant development that would deepen bilateral relations between both countries. He said the new air connection is more than just another route. It represents stronger ties between Guinea and Nigeria and will facilitate greater movement of people, trade, and investment. Improve connectivity creates opportunities for businesses, enhances tourism, and brings our people closer together. Also speaking, Serco said increased air connectivity remained critical to the development of Africa's aviation industry and regional integration. We welcome Air Peace operation because improved connectivity is essential for economic growth and regional cooperation. Every new route contributes to making West Africa more accessible and competitive, he said. Nigerian ambassador to Guinea, Kamfu, commended the airline for expanding its African network, saying the route would ease travel for Nigerians, Guineans, and other passengers across the sub-regions. Immigration boss human trafficking syndicates arrest 11 foreigners in Lagos. The Nigerian welcome, welcome back. Sorry for the breaking out. Immigration boss human trafficking syndicates arrest 11 foreigners in Lagos. The Nigerian Immigration Service has dismantled an alleged transnational human trafficking and fraudulent recruitment syndicate operating in Lagos State and arrested 12 foreigners linked to the operation. The Comptroller General of the NIS, through the Service Public Relations Officer, DCI, A.S. Akinlabi, in a statement issued on Tuesday, stated that the two Liberian victims were also rescued in the process. According to the statement, the operation followed actionable intelligence on the activities of the syndicates, which allegedly lured foreign nationals into Nigeria with false promises of employment and business opportunities under the guise of QNet or Ignite Network. The service identified the alleged syndicate leader as Kata Adamawa and a Burkinabe national. He was arrested alongside 11 suspected accomplices, comprising 8 Liberians and 3 Cameroonians. The statements read in part: the Nigerian Immigration Service has dismantled the fraudulent network marketing ring linked to Keynet and Ignite Net Group, arresting 12 suspects, including the alleged syndicate leader, and rescuing 2 victims in coordinated operations around the state. Accordingly, the 12 suspects and the 2 victims have been transferred to the service headquarters for further investigations and necessary legal actions. The Immigration Service described the QNet or Ignite Network as a transactional organized crime syndicate allegedly involved in fraudulent employment and business scheme used to facilitate irregular immigration. According to the service, the group activities extend beyond Nigeria, with investigations indicating links to a wider cross-border criminal network. The NIS urged members of the public to exercise caution and verify offers of employment, education, business opportunities, and migration through appropriate government channels before making financial commitments or embarking on international travel. The service said operations underscored its resolve to combat irregular immigration and other forms of transactional organized crime in line with the federal government security operating objectives. It added that investigations were ongoing to identify other members of the network, dismantle its operation, and trace additional victims across the country.